After 6 months of waiting, the funds for the wooden logs are going through, and the eager volunteers don't wait 1 second before returning to work. It takes around a week of hard labour to put on the skeleton of the roof, but the construction is halted again because of lack of funds which are delayed. This time it's the iron sheeting cover which is waiting.
My name is Leslie Wayhill, and I came to Uganda to work at the grassroots level for a local organization. I wanted to lend my skills, try to bring them some funding. And I became a little disillusioned with the particular organization I was with, so I've now come to start my own project. The director of VOLSET, Festus Bazira, is somehow a colleague of the director for the organization I was formerly working with. So I met him just through a network that way, and I visited his office, his project site, and was rather impressed with the work that he can be doing with almost no funding. My impression is that VOLSET's there to stay. It's not an overnight, give us some money and we're going to disappear. There's a true connection between the board members, between the director, between the volunteers, and the community in which it's based. That's something that's important to me, and I think at the village level it's really important to Uganda to have this type of community-based organization. And I think VOLSET's really fitting into that niche.
Another of VOLSET's achievements and main activity is a youth program which is taking place in primary and secondary schools. This unique program tries to come to terms with the youth by having open discussion concerning relationships, family planning, and HIV/AIDS care and prevention. The program today is active in several schools across the country and is getting a great response, both from the parents and the students.
Okay. There is this notion that you can't really do anything here in Africa, but after reaching here and meeting the people, you understand that there is a lot to be done here, and that can be done and is done by the locals. And those organizations, especially an organization like VOLSET, which works very close to the community, is doing so much here. I cannot think how this village will survive if VOLSET wasn't here.
Each part does.
The instructors are trained by VOLSET, and after finishing the course are deployed to the school in their vicinity. The program was so appreciated that VOLSET was asked by other organizations to train more instructors across Uganda.
There are all kinds of other programs you can see running around in Africa. Everybody's been doing that. But this program, which VOLSET, and after not working with my organization back in Israel, managed to accomplish, is a very special program which talks on the same level with the kids.
Not many people are familiar with the problem of AIDS orphans. AIDS orphans is a widespread problem all over Uganda. According to recent research, more than 2 million children have lost one or both parents. Some of them are carriers of the HIV virus. In order to fight this harsh reality, VOLSET has taken under its wing around 80 orphans to date. They are now trying hard to find sponsors for those who are left behind.
We have more than 300 orphans registered in our program, and only 52 get support. And these orphans, when their parents are gone, they don't have support. They don't have help which they could receive from the community.
These orphans, in most cases, find themselves living with their aunts. If they are lucky, the aunt will consider them as her own children. Those who are less fortunate will have to work hard, doing domestic labor in order to justify the roof over their heads.
And they are like slaves. They have to work hard, even more than the children they have found in that family. So orphans problem is very common in this area.
Organizations like VOLSET give those kids, those orphans and kids, a chance to live. And that's very obvious when you come here, because you see a lot of funerals all around, if it's from AIDS or from malaria, and you see a lot of orphans, and probably no one of those orphans would have survived if VOLSET wouldn't take care of them. By saying take care, I mean getting the funds and the money from outside, from sponsors from the outside.
The name of the girl in the picture is Nabatanzi. She has lost both of her parents to the virus. Before VOLSET found her, she was living under impossible conditions at her 85-year-old aunt's house, along with 10 other children. She was not given any education nor proper treatment. Only after VOLSET approached her, she was given a chance again. Today, Nabatanzi goes to a primary school as a result of a small donation from a sponsor in Germany. If you look closely, you can see the little smile on her face. It took the volunteers that came to help and VOLSET members about 6 more months to get the vocational training centre fully operational. Sewing machines were donated and also some computers and other equipment. By the time this film was finished, a clinic and an orphan's dormitory had been built and new projects started.
For me, what I see now, it has encouraged us. It has helped so many people. In fact, those who have been having the stigma and discrimination, people, they have come out.
If they're working in the community with no funding, and as they move in the community, everybody knows them, they appreciate the work that they're doing, imagine what they can do with funding, the impact they can have, because they've already got the trust of the people.
Even if you change one person's life, even if you changed one kid's life, the small doing that somebody decided to do, if it's to give money or come here to volunteer, even if it's one kid, it's a lot.
Omulabe wa maninyo